Hey guys.
We will race.
Yes, sir.
Race.
You too, buddy. I'll see you out there. Hey everybody, this is the Road Warrior, and we are at Sebring. This is gonna be a tough one. Ben, you back?
Pit exit's clear.
Ben?
He's on your left. You're clear on the left.
Ben, you back? Hello?
Microphone test 1 2 1 2.
Way too loud.
Microphone test 1 2 1 2.
Still a bit too loud.
1 2 1 2.
Just a tiny bit too loud. Getting there.
1 2 1 2.
There you go, perfect.
I watched a little bit of my NASCAR race the other day, and I noticed that
Go down a bit more. With your mic, it's still ringing.
I watched a little bit of
there you go.
How's that?
That's
I
perfect.
watched a little bit of my NASCAR race the other day, and I noticed that my voice was distant and muffled. You could barely hear it.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
42 registered.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm a little scared about my pace though. Ardo hit a 46.6 and I can't seem to be getting into the 46s with quali at all. I'm guessing maybe the track changed or something, but I hit a 46.4 last night. Same temperature.
I was gonna say, what's the temperature?
Just like, let me see. It's 37. I hit my 46.4 in 38 degrees.
All right, see you in the session.
Yep. Make me proud, Benny boy. I see some new names out there. Someone asked how much fuel they need. That's not a good sign.
Not a good sign at all.
Checkered flag, P3.
Let's see here. Man, shit ton of Audis. Holy crap. More than Nissans. 18 Nissans and like 22 Audis. 24 Audis, dude.
Well, super duper.
Yeah, that means you have to... You're number 21, by the way. So you have to finish good.
So I'm about half overall.
Just to give you an idea of the iRating in this room, where were we at last week? Charlotte, right? That was, I think that was 4,000 iRating. I was number 12 or 15, something like that. I'm number 3 today.
It's a little bit worrisome, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 39.
Dude,
Celsius.
it's 39 degrees in here. Alright, well, quality's in 10 seconds. See you out there, boy. Good luck.
Yes, sir. You too.
Moving you down. Alright, guys. Qualifying time. Quality time. Let's put in our qualifying setup. Alright, let's see what we got.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Okay, Michael, we've got 2 laps to get the job done.
Get the tires warmed up. Alright, let's see what we got.
Only 2 more laps of fuel.
Kind of sloppy. So. I'm not feeling super hot on this lap.
You're in pole. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. That lap was at 147.8.
Ah, screwed that up. Yeah, screwed it up. I always screw up the second quali lap. I don't know why. Ah, screwed it up. I always screw up the second quali lap. I'll probably fall down the order. Maybe to 4th, maybe 5th. We'll see. We'll see. That's disappointing. So we got about 3 more minutes left before quali ends. We're in 2nd place right now, but I'm positive I'm gonna get pipped.
The guy behind has just done a 147.8.
So it's not Justin Albrecht. He's done his 2 laps. Ardo, he's done his 2 laps. Jeez. Antti, he's done his 2 laps. Shit, I think I might be starting 2nd here. Where's Benny boy?
That's a new fastest lap for Gerber, 147.1.
Not bad. Anybody's in the top 10. Hopefully he can improve that. Maybe move up to, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th, maybe 8th. Come on, Benny boy, get up into 8th. Anybody tuning in? This is Kamel GT at Sebring. We got a pretty big split of 40 plus cars today. It's a 40-minute race, multi-class, Nissan prototypes and Audi GT cars. Oh, he messed his 2nd lap. Sucks about your 2nd lap there, Benny boy.
Yeah, I screwed it up.
Dude, I'm starting on the front.
Oh, you are? Nice.
Yeah, I thought I was
You
gonna
worried
get.
about my pace.
I screwed up my first lap, my second lap, so I thought I was gonna definitely get bumped down to 5th or something. But yeah, Ardo and everybody else screwed up theirs. Fabian's pace is just insane.
Don't forget your race set.
Yeah, it's already loaded. 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do a warm-up lap, and this race will begin. So Fabian Gerber's the guy that's been winning a lot of
I
these.
missed the shift on my first lap, lost 3/10, and then my second lap, I basically missed coming out of Indianapolis. So, or is it Indianapolis or Le Mans? What's that corner called?
Le Mans.
The back straight.
Le Mans.
Le Mans, sorry. You know what, though? It probably wouldn't have made a difference if I'd gotten that 3 or 4 tenths. I would have maybe been one position. I'm pretty far separated from Mukanos and Hall and those guys.
That's the end of the session.
Yeah, 1.3 seconds from Riley. Jeez, or 1.2.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, man. I see a couple new names in here. I'll see you out there. Good luck.
Yeah, bud, you too.
I don't know if I'm gonna tell you guys, but I'm freaking shaking, man. My feet are shaking. I'm ready to go. Let's put 181 in there just to be sure. We don't want to be running out of fuel. This is a race with no pit stops. Okay, starting on the front. Hopefully we can survive. This definitely makes me feel better about my pace. Although Fabian Gerber does look mighty quick. Oh. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to uncheck fuel and possibly put maybe 2 pounds or 3 pounds just in case we run out. I'm planning not to, but you never know. I've made the fuel calculations 3 times, so we should not be running out of fuel. And uncheck tires, because if we get damage or if we come for fuel, we don't want to change tires. It's only a 40-minute race. Alright. Thank you, Strung Out. Welcome back, buddy. I'm going to be putting my phone down, so I won't be able to see the chat, because it distracted me last time and I crashed at the ring. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. You'll be able to watch me. I won't be saying much to the chat, though.
Temp is 25 Celsius. The track temp is 39
Time to
Celsius.
focus and not crash or get crashed into turn 1. So this is a warm-up lap. We're going to go the entire way, just warming up. My teammate, Ardo Iamaki, is, you can see him in my mirrors. He's in that red car on my left. He's using the exact same paint I am, but we're actually teammates. So, hope it doesn't come down to having a battle between me and him, because he is a really good driver. I'm shaking. Look. Just gotta relax. So this is going to be one of the toughest corners on the track, this hairpin. It's going to be a high-speed entry, and it's a tight right-hander. So coming in here is going to be treacherous with all the cars behind me. You want to be able to hit your braking point exactly, because if you brake too early, you might cause a domino effect and have everybody else crash behind you. You don't want to brake too late, or else you're going to miss the corner and then you're going to get passed by everybody. So you got to be on the money. So I know all the guys behind me and the guy in front of me, they're all super quick guys. I mean, the guy in front of me on pole, he's won, I think, 4 or 5 races this season so far. Justin Albrecht behind me, great driver, super fast. He's about my pace. Antti Lapisto, he's my pace or quicker. Timu Toika, my pace. It's going to be tough. Ardo Iamaki, my pace or quicker. So it's going to be a battle, a gladiatorial battle. That's what it's going to be like if we all manage to survive lap 1. Once we catch the slower traffic, the Audis, that's when it starts to get insane. That's when it starts to get insane. Let's warm up the brakes. Alright. Just gotta relax, try not to shake too much. We got this. It is hot weather, so it's gonna be super slidey, slippery. It's 39-degree track temp.
Green, green, green.
Wow, I missed my
Car on your left side. Clear on the left. Left side there's a car. Clear left. There's a car on your left.
That's my teammate.
Left side's clear.
Alright, we lost a few positions, but that's okay. I didn't expect the green to go that soon. Looks like there's been a crash behind me.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 0.7.
I'm trying to not be completely on their tail because that'll burn my front tires out. But I don't want to lose sight of them. Cold tires, man. Cold tires. So I'm taking it easy right now. I just want the tires to warm up. Once we catch traffic, we'll be catching these guys.
Uniform.
Waiting for any sort of mistakes. Alright, this is the point where I have to settle in my rhythm. Don't even pay attention to the cars in front of me. Just run my own pace because I know I'm quick.
The gap in front is now 1.1.
Just gotta put my head down.
Right, Michael, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. The leader has just done a 149.0. The guy in front has just done a 149.3.
Yeah, I'm getting left behind here. Alright, focus. I'm losing touch a little bit. Not what I wanted. Now the reason I'm losing touch is because they've got the draft. But it's a long race. It's really hot. The temperature is really hot, so I'm going to try to not destroy my tires.
Front is now 2.1 seconds.
Ah, missing that corner. I haven't missed that corner all week. Come on, focus, Mike, focus. Let's go.
Is now 3.2.
God damn it. Man, I'm losing touch here. I need that freaking traffic. I know I'm fast. I'm as fast as these guys. They're just in the draft, so they're going a lot quicker on the straights. My pace sucks. Come on. I don't know why it's locking the tires up there. Come on.
Welcome to the club, baby.
It's way more slidey than practice.
The gap behind is now 4.0 seconds. That lap time was 150.8. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is a second off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace. Looks like P6 has gone off in Cunningham.
Man, this does not feel right. This does not feel right. I'm running the same pace as Martin Kretrick, for Christ's sake. No offense, Martin. Alright, we're catching the Audis. Ah, big wreck! Was that Ardo? Oh shit, that was Ardo, my teammate.
Incident in Bishop.
Car left. Clear on the left.
That sucks. I wonder what happened. Did he get punted off by Justin or what? That sucks. He's not going to be happy about that.
The gap ahead is now 4.0 seconds. Yellow flag, caution. Alright,
another caution.
Keep doing what you're doing, this is spot on. P3. Your lap time was at 151.2. There's an incident in turn 1.
Right side. Clear right.
Here's where it gets crazy.
There's a group of slower cars ahead. These guys are busy fighting each other.
Yeah. We're gonna wait for one quick second and then take the outside.
Left side's clear.
Like I missed his corner. So it's multi-class racing, baby. Anything can happen.
Slower cars ahead. These guys will be fighting for position. They might not see you.
There's a car right. Clear right. Car on your right side. Clear right.
Oh, we're gonna get bogged down like crazy here. And these guys are fighting for position, so I don't want to.
The gap behind is now 4.8 seconds.
Car on your right. Still there. You are clear on the right. Left side. You are clear on the left.
I didn't mean to do that, but the Audi behind me was about to crash into me.
You're coming up on a slower car.
The guy on your left. Clear on the left.
The gap in front is now 5.7.
This is going to be a tricky pass. We're going to have to do it on the outside of Sunset if he doesn't go wide. Oh, okay, he took the wide line. Nice, thank you, Matthew. You have to be super careful coming out of this corner because the car slides, it's bumpy. And if you put the gas down too early, it's going to throw you right into the wall.
9 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace. Slower class car ahead.
Ooh, don't slide it, baby. Don't slide it, Franco.
Car on your right side. Clear on the right.
We'll get both these guys. On this straight. They get better acceleration because they're four-wheel drive. They're still 750 horsepower, these Audis.
You're approaching some slower cars. These guys are fighting for position.
Clear left.
There we go. Gotta make ground where I can take it.
Yellow flag.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
A lot of traffic up ahead. A lot of traffic. These are the Audi leaders, baby. These are the Audi leaders. Well, 7th place.
Slower cars ahead. These guys are scrapping for position. They might not see you.
Car on your left.
Ooh.
Left side's clear. Left side. Keep your line.
Come on, come on, come on.
Still there. You are clear on the left.
The gap ahead is now 4.0 seconds. That was at 152.0.
Oh, baby.
You're coming up on some slower cars. These guys are busy fighting. They might not notice you.
There's a guy on your right. Right side's clear.
All right, up here it's 4th place Audis. All right, these is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th in the Audis, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
You're coming up on some slower cars. These guys are busy fighting. They might not notice you.
Right side's clear.
Come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Your right. Right side's clear.
These are the leaders, 1st and 2nd. Try not to disturb them too much.
Left side.
Slow car ahead. This guy's their class leader.
Be on the left.
We lost a little bit of time there.
The gap behind has now decreased to 7.3 seconds. You've just done a 154.8.
We got a lapped Nissan up ahead, and those are usually the toughest to get around.
Gap in front is now 6.5 seconds.
It's a bit like Formula 1 where you get too close and then the front washes out. Might have to flash my lights at him.
B3. Okay, Michael, you're halfway home. Your fuel is fine.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
That was 150.6.
This is the corner I have to fix.
The gap ahead is now 7.2.
God, it's so freaking loose. Like driving a car on a... It's like driving a car on a freaking ice sheet. Not happy with it.
Your lap time was 150.1.
Man, why am I so slow? I was hitting high 48s in practice.
We think P6 has gone off in sunset.
And my rear tires are dying here.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
We're gonna catch the Audis once again. Hopefully that'll create some carnage up front. Super slidey through there, my God. It's a combination of correction and gas pedal. Have to be careful here too. Fronts, man, the front tires are dying. Looks like Fabian got held up by an Audi. And now he's within striking distance by Fabian, or Justin Albrecht. That's what I need. More carnage, baby. What is this guy doing? What an idiot.
Coming up on a slower class car.
There's no sense in pushing too hard anymore. There's no way I'm gonna catch 8 seconds in 15 minutes.
The gap in front has increased to 8.1 seconds.
Alright. We're keeping Timo 4th place Nissan at bay. 12 seconds in holding.
Slower class car ahead.
This is Brian Shanahan, one of the experienced guys.
Right side. He's still there. Right side's clear.
Ah, come on, pick a fucking line!
Car on your left. Left side's clear.
Coming up on a slower class car.
10 minutes to go. Come on, something has to happen. Hopefully not to me.
Okay, Michael, you're gaining on the guy in front.
Maybe
The gap is
more Audi
9.
stragglers.
Your lap time was 152.1. Your lap times are increasing. Come on.
Come on, pick
keep
a
your
line
focus.
and
Coming up on a slower class car.
There's a guy on your right. Clear on the right.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 11 seconds.
Guy on your left. Left side's clear. On your left. Clear left.
or it looks like we're running same times as Justin. Oh, the car feels slidey. Looks like Rob got taken out.
That lap was at 153.2. Sector 2 is 2.5 off the pace. Slower class car ahead.
On your right. Still with you. Right side's clear.
The gap in front is now 7.9.
Bit too deep. Come on.
You're coming up on a slower car.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
On your left. Left side's clear. Car on your left side.
Sorry, Matthew.
Car right. Right side's clear.
Franco, va bene. Woo. Slip and slide, slip and slide. 5 minutes.
The gap in front is now 6.6 seconds. Coming up on a slower class car.
Clear right.
Ah, terrible line. This is my teammate in the Audis, Ben Laughter.
Car ahead.
Car right. Clear right.
Looks like he's doing pretty good in 7th there. Oh, Ben might get a position there. Come on, Benny boy, get him, get him! Nice job, Benny boy.
Ten minutes of fuel remaining. The gap in front is now 6.9 seconds.
Please, no big accidents here.
Slower cars ahead. These guys are scrapping for position. They might not see you.
Alright, so this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the Audi class. We might have to get off a little early.
Right side's clear. Car right. He's still there.
Woo!
You are clear on
That
the
was
right.
intense, baby!
Right.
That was intense!
Clear right.
The gap behind is now 8.1 seconds. Coming up on some slow cars. The
My
class
buddy
leaders
Philip
in
Lake.
recruit.
Try not to mess up this battle because they're fighting for the lead. Philip and Riley Thompson stepped it up a little bit. Nice job, Riley.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Slower class car ahead.
That's probably a rookie. White flag, last lap. Just bring her home. We just got to bring her home. That's all we got to do.
Your last lap time was at 1:52.1.
You don't even have to push. Bring her home. Well, at least we managed to survive and finish in the podium, on the podium, so. See if we don't crash in the next lap, or next corner.
All right. Right side's clear.
That's third place for us. Third place, not bad.
Well done, Michael. Great drive. That's a podium.
How'd you do, Ben?
I finished 6th.
Nice, I saw that pass on Stefan, I was watching it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was pulling for you, man. I was like, get him, Benny boy!
Yeah, that was there was a little bit of contact after that when he tried to fight back.
Man, I got jumped on the start. I just didn't have the pace today.
Where'd you finish?
Third. Ardo crashed.
Oh, really?
It's been happening where Ardo crashes and I finish. I crash, Ardo finishes. I don't know why. It's been like that the last 5 races. So now I know that I'm gonna crash next week. All right, now I can look at my chat. Crazy race, guys.
Watch your speed. Engage the limiter.
That was a crazy race. you next weekend. Do you want to watch that?
Yeah. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna go back and look at my pass on Andrea, or what's his name, Stefan, and see if it.
Okay.
First, I'm looking at a little bit of my drifting.
I'm gonna do the interview.
Welcome back to Sebring International Raceway. We just watched the round 8 of Kamel GT, and man, that's like Sean said during the race. We keep getting good race after good race. This one wasn't as much of a stunner in the prototypes, but we'll get to the GTOs in a second. Fabian Gerber did have a little bit of a challenge on his hands. He had to watch that gap back to Justin Albrecht because it was only 2.5 seconds at the line. Justin gave him a run for his money, coming from third on the grid. Michael Houghton got to be a little bit disappointed, maybe
That's me.
himself for having a bad run that cost him a lot of positions at the start. He still gets a podium. Timo Toika way far back, as were a lot of drivers there. We saw a big pileup early on. Timo might have been a little bit involved in that. We'll have to go back and see. He finished 4th. John Keefe going from 15th to 5th. He was one of the few, I think, that had a good result because of that first incident. And then behind him, Fabian Jungblut gets 6th place. Martin Krejcik finishes exactly where he qualified in 7th. With Theodore Burns, a bit of a new name, he'll get 8th. Antonio Alvarez manages 9th place with Tobias Gerber in 10th. Then Pablo Suarez finishes 11th. And you can see Johnny Bell was 12th in his class. He was the last one driving, I believe, in the GTPs. Let's go to the GTOs.
All right, Joe, let's do it. Riley Thompson, your pole sitter and your winner. Did he have a little bit of luck today? Yeah. A lot of race car drivers have luck. And you know what? Sometimes that's exactly what it takes to win a race. So congratulations to Riley Thompson. Phil, in and around the leg, fought hard. I just told him I thought he was going to get him, but he'll take his 2nd place today. Ove Trengarade, 3rd place. Great run and a podium finish for Ove. Nick Lucanos, 4th. What could have been for Nick, man. He had this race at the top for quite a while, and 4th is where he winds up. Andrea Albertinelli, congratulations on your top 5 finish, sir. Ben Laughter, 6th place run for him. Stefan Schlacker up battling for the lead, got into a little bit of trouble, still salvages a P7. McClarridge having a really solid run. I'm going to say congrats, Mick. Good job, buddy. He finishes 8th today, Joe. Franco Scurry, 9th place finish for him. His countryman, Giorgio Buscemi, right behind him there in 10th. Matthew Jette will finish 11th. Tanner McCullough, well, he had a little bit of trouble. He had a great race up front for quite a while, but things didn't work out in the end, and he finishes 12th. Take him, making what we believe was his debut on the broadcast. Well, Tay, good job, buddy. 13th place for him. Carlos Fonseca going to finish 14th today. Hideki Koivico, a little bit further down the field than we're used to seeing him. 15th. Bronislav Romanek just never seemed to get things going. 16th there for Bronislav. Ian Hannon, a 17th place run. Brian Shanahan, who we talked about there at the end, will go 18th. Hayden Pastore.
We're waiting for the interview.
19th. Don Peak with a 20th place run, a top 20 for Don, and Thomas Delmuth's going to be 21st, Chad Holmes 22nd, and then here down at the bottom we've got drivers couldn't or had trouble struggling to the end there. James King, Antti Lepisto, Michael Thomas, Arto Iamaki, and then Jamie Hall and Rob Olenek round out what was, well, no, they didn't round out. There were 42 cars, I'm sorry. Nicholas Lovich there and Trent Bush ran out the field. Joe, boy, that was fun.
Yeah, and I'm curious whether or not Riley Thompson thought it was fun, because you found yourself in a battle for the lead. It kind of went south. Suddenly you were thrown back. I mean, who would have thought that you'd get right back up to the front, especially with the sequence of events that brought you there?
I honestly have no idea how that happened. It's basically like Watkins going all over again. To be honest, I think Phil probably deserved it most. He got caught up in the most when he had the speed. But we got lucky after all those events and ended out on top.
Yeah, he was hunting you down towards the end and giving you some pressure. Were you surprised you didn't try and make a dive into the Sunset Bend?
I think I know him enough by now. I wouldn't have blamed him if he did, but you never know. It's racing, and he decided to do that, and it was all good.
This was something of a wild race in the GTOs. It didn't look like that at all in the GTPs. Are you surprised that it was as chaotic as it was in your class? Because this is a much longer track, and I kind of didn't expect it to have the pack racing that we saw.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised because we had pack racing in the earlier races in the week, but it was just a couple cars. But I think with the added Nissans and Audis, it just, with the skinny parts of the track, it ended up in...
Yeah, it certainly seemed a little chaotic, but as Sean said, it takes a little bit of luck sometimes to win. I think it was on your side today. Congratulations on the P1.
Thank you.
That was Riley Thompson. I believe Sean has Fabian Gerber with him next, our winner in the GTPs. Hello.
Hey, Fabian, congratulations, buddy. You know what?
Thank
You
you
had
much.
a great qualifying effort, and then you kind of dusted him there on the start. Talk about your race a little bit.
Yes, I had a bad start actually. Very good quali, but not as a good start. Justin could almost overtake me because I somehow missed the green flag, or I don't know. And the rest of the race was just trying to survive. It was so much traffic. It was one of the most difficult races ever, but it was still fun. Great track, and I'm actually pretty proud on that because it was so difficult. Justin kept the pressure up all the time.
Yeah, and over the last 4 or 5 laps, a lot of pressure. He was closing on you. Did you ever think that he might find you there in the last 1 or 2 laps?
Yeah, depending on the traffic. I wasn't sure. I knew that if I had more bad luck with traffic, then he could be right behind me. But I had low wing. I'm not sure what wing he drove, but I'm quite certain I could have held him up, but I'm really not sure.
Now,
depending on what happened.
I'm glad you brought up the low wing, because I want to ask you, because the track was really hot today. How difficult did that make that for that Nissan there in the really tight sections of the course?
Yes, it was okay at the beginning, but the longer the race was, the more difficult it was. I had to brake earlier and earlier, and the first time after overtaking all the Audis, I was braking too late all the time. I really had to adjust myself to the slippery track and really brake earlier. Then from then on it was okay.
Well, it certainly was okay. A great race and a great win, and obviously max points. So congratulations, and we'll see you next week, Fabian.
Thank you very much. See you guys. Bye-bye.
All right, Joe, that's Fabian Gerber, and boy, that was a solid run he had today.
It was, and I'm sure Phil Lake was wishing it could be a little bit more of a solid run for him. Phil, when we talked to Riley, he said that he thought you deserved that win a little bit more. Were there any hard feelings about the contact you guys had early in the race coming into Cunningham?
No, I wasn't that happy about it when it happened, but by the end it was just a straight fight between us. So no complaints from me, and I think Riley had the pace to hang on, so yeah, he deserved it.
Also, you had a little bit of unfortunate luck with the incident that unfolded for the lead right in front of you. Tell us about it from your perspective as you saw both McCullough and Mucanos.
Tiger, Matthew Jette, how'd it go, man?
To a halt right in front of you.
Yeah, yeah, they were battling with each other pretty hard for a few laps, and that allowed me to catch them back up. And then they were side by side into the hairpin, and I saw them, they were banging doors a bit, and the way iRacing is, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to end with someone getting turned.
Where'd you finish?
And I tried to guess which way they were going to end up, and I ended up just driving right to the side of them as well. Luckily, I slowed the car down quite a lot and didn't damage my car, but yeah, that was tough to avoid.
I think you'll have to get Harry Hogg up on the box for you and see if he could help you work through that next time. Still second place. That's a good haul of points. Place in the GTOs. We have one more, a third place finisher in the prototypes. Michael Houghton is going to be talking to Sean.
And Joe, I get to talk to my fellow countryman, Michael Houghton. Mike, congratulations, buddy. It's a P3. Did you leave any meat on the bone? Was there more in that race for you?
I feel like there was. I was pretty quick all week, and I was running lap times that were a lot faster than this in hotter temps. So I don't know what happened today. I totally missed the start. I was looking for Fabian to go, and then boom, suddenly the green flag went, and I lost 2 positions. But yeah, managed to finish in third. I guess it's better than nothing, huh?
Hey man, it is better than finishing at the end of the pack and not finishing at all. I had asked earlier about the temperature on track and how that factored in, but for you, I want to know, what was it like getting through the traffic today? Was it as difficult as it looked on screen? We talked about how narrow the track was in the pre-race.
It wasn't too bad. I had a little bit, I think 1 notch higher wing than Fabian, so I had a bit more grip trying to get around these Audis. It felt fine. It wasn't crazy like Lime Rock or one of the other races we've done in the past. But yeah, I had no problems. There were some sketchy moments, you know, going on the outside of Turn 1 or outside of Sunset Bend where I thought I was going to die, but yeah, we survived.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm glad you brought that up because we haven't really talked about Sunset Bend. How absolutely scary is it getting through there in a Nissan?
It's fine if they let you take the inside line, but if you have to go outside, there's this huge bump that makes you want to take off.
Yeah, I know where that bump's at, Mike. I've found it more than once.
Yeah, as soon as I went over that area, I just put both my hands in my mouth and went, ah! But I managed to go through it.
Do the Danica thing, arms up?
Yeah, that's right.
Let
Jesus take the wheel.
Well, hey, listen, great race. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, my friend. Are you going to COTA this weekend?
Unfortunately, no. We're going to be going to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy that.
Thank you, sir.
Have a turkey leg for me, brother. I appreciate it.
I'll have 2.
Okay, thank you. That's Michael Houghton, everybody.
I guess Ben left. Is he doing the... Oh, he's getting the interview too.
The race wound up?
I think I'd be lying if I said I was totally happy with not winning the race, but yeah, I'm happy with the points, and yeah, it's been a good week here at Sebring for me.
All right, well, thanks for coming and talking to us and giving your thoughts on everything, and best of luck a week from now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.
That was Phil Lake, second place in the GTOs. We have one more, our third place finisher in the prototypes. Michael Houghton is going to be talking to Sean.
Oh yeah, that's
Joe,
me.
I get to talk to my fellow.
You ready?
Yeah, what time?
Well, redundant. The next graph.
Walker will be starting 13th. Hideki Koibitsu 14th.
Have you refreshed it to where it's not negative?
community for
I don't think they're
bringing us
done with the
back. They were
broadcast
just-
yet,
No.
so
Real
no.
issue, I think.
But we're
We'll split
pacing
them
at
up.
1 minute flat.
We'll check up on our fast.
They go down to turn 3.
All right, so
Go to the Audis now. Two corners with the way it has.
yeah, let's go to
coming
1
in.
minute.
You can see the gap that they've put between.
1 minute 21
Go to the peanut.
seconds, or 1 hour 21 seconds to go. See it?
I'm trying to get there. It keeps going just barely above and below it. 20. I'm going to go to 26 and count you down. Well,
All right.
There we go, 26.
26.
Gallery up.
Thing is, I can't see what my damn time is.
Yeah, me either.
How about this? We'll start it when the pace car goes under the bridge.
Ran here at Sebring. We'll check up on our
So
facts there.
I have it paused right under the
This
bridge
Nissan was
right now. You got it?
All right, I'll tell you when.
All right.
Okay, start finish line and bridge.
An actual car that raced at this track, though not this layout. We'll see how they handle the more modern version as the roof pace car peels away. Fabian Gerber immediately gets the green flag, and Michael Houghton was caught out. He was napping. He is dropping multiple positions as I think Martin Krejcik managed to get a good jump, but that is Justin Albrecht trying to go the
Hey,
long
Ben,
way
pause
around,
it for a
looking
second.
the
1 sec.
lazy, a little bit too wide. Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta do one quick thing. Give me 1 sec. 1 quick second. Give me 1 second, people. Work is calling. Sorry, work's a callin'. Give me 1 sec. See, you finished in 6th. It's not bad.
No, it was pretty good. I mean, my shifting was atrocious this race, just really, really bad. But I was competitive in my lines, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me 1 second. All right, ready?
What do you have on the race clock?
39:43. 39:43.
39:43.
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
To lift off of it, and there goes the opportunity. Let's go to the Audis now.
All right, Joe. Riley got a good start out of Sunset, able to break away from the field, but everybody behind him tried to jump it just a bit, actually getting into Sunset as they entered. So things still kind of tight behind as they go down to turn 3.
Sorry, there's a huge wreck in the Nissans coming out of turn 5 into Big Bend. Not all of them are going yet.
Oh, and the Audis are coming through.
That was bananas.
Hablando,
I think that might have been
transmitiendo.
Toyka. No, it was James King
Hey.
who slid right across the track.
What's up,
That
Riley?
could have been a lot worse for the Audis, but it was very
May
bad
wanna
for the
change your scene,
Nissans,
'cause
as a
no one
number
can
of them
Oh.
have had to take a tow. Already through the hair.
There we go.
Come on, Riley.
Thank you,
Congrats.
Riley.
GTO
Thank you.
class up at the front of them.
Can't wait for
Riley
a cop back
Thompson
after me.
still leading the way, but not by a whole lot. First battle for
Yeah,
them
we're
is
just
for
now
fourth
starting the
place. That is
broadcast.
between Tanner McCullough and
it was a
Jamie
heck-
Hall. Hall has the inside into
Yeah.
Cunningham. Can't quite get fully past as it switches back through color. Yeah, tight stuff.
Jamie's driving really hard right now. He's got the inside line on McCullough here. Whoa! Rear end
really?
stepped out a little bit there.
Wheeling that car. Poor Ove Trangrade also got off through collar. He lost multiple positions. We'll try and get to that replay in a second as we try and let the GTO class settle itself down. We got a lot of action here before we want to step away, and it's
And
up
I
at the
probably
top of
missed
the field,
20 shifts,
including for the
and I
lead,
gotta
because
slow
Phil
down.
Lake is right under Riley
I just-
Thompson's rear wing.
Technique-wise, I had a really bad race.
I always
Yeah,
put
so
myself
Riley
in the third gear
qualifies
once
well.
instead
Man.
of
He's
fifth.
got to race well, and boy, he has got
That's
a race
bad.
on his hands now.
Yeah.
Ooh!
I missed 4th going down the
Phil
front
has to
stretch,
back out of
you know,
it
coming
there.
out
He
of
almost
Sunset
got
one
him.
time, and
He was thinking about
I
it, but
just
I think
didn't
he's
get
gonna
the timing
get
right,
another
and it
bite
did the
of things
whole
as he tries
impossible to
run.
get back
These
in. I had
cars
to
got a
downshift to
big
third
hole in the
going
air,
through the
so
straight.
as they come down
That's
the
not what you
stretch to
want.
complete lap
Yeah.
1. Here goes the slingshot looking to the inside. Riley does not defend, but still manages to cover him off once they hit the apex. He hangs on, but for now, it's by a thread.
Yeah, I like the way Riley kind of covered him off there, Joe, coming out of turn 1. That was good stuff. They've dropped in line behind him, but there's one Nissan back in the middle of this pack of the Audis that's trying to get through, and I think that's Tobias Gerber back there. Yeah,
It is. He was one of the ones that got caught up in that incident, which we have the replay of. So let's take a look exactly what happened, because I missed this myself. So as we pull this up, this is coming out of turn 5. Wow. I'm not even
Alright, I'll
sure
be on
how
my
to
stream. I
dissect it
was
from
hopping
that
in here
angle.
to tell you to
Let's
change
watch
the
it
scene.
one more time from
Ah,
above.
thanks, buddy.
Good race.
Looks like naturally it's going to accordion
Mike, what
together
time
as
you
they
at?
come to 3.
I had to
Yeah, it's a
refresh, and I
Checkup
lost.
was part of it.
it looks like it all started with
Uh,
the checkup,
Hold on.
Joe, and then everybody gets
That's
caught
the
up. And,
race clock.
well, you see it there on the
it's
screen.
not on.
It's
Hold on.
On board with Timu.
Yeah, it's new guy Nicholas Labiche who he got together with, but it looks more like a racing incident. I mean, I don't think there's anybody to
Ooh,
blame.
Timu got
I'm
hit
sure a lot of
bad.
people would like someone to
I'm
blame
still
for
waiting for the damn
damage
race clock to
that
come
they
up.
had at the start.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and
That's
the
enough of that.
lead. I'm sorry, Joe. The
36:03.
GTO lead. It's
I'll pause it.
Alright, it's in the replay now. It should be coming back in just. Okay, 36:03.
Okay, go.
Thompson, Phil Lake. Phil Lake actually makes contact left fender to right rear quarter panel and then backs out of it. Now Thompson trying to recover from that. He's scrambling down the straightaway.
Yeah, you can see him trying to break the draft. I did not expect this, that we'd have this sort of pack racing here in the Audi class, but look at this. Phil Lake, Rob Olenek, Jamie Hall, and Tanner McCullough all in a line behind our leader, waiting for an opportunity. Come up to turn one. Once again, Thompson with a wide entry just chops everybody off. Feels confident that they can't get their nose in there. Could have a pass back for fourth, but McCullough backs out of it on Jamie Hall.
These drivers have so much more talent than I do, Joe. It's embarrassing.
Oh, me too. Boy, Rob Olenek, though, he almost got into the back of Phil Lake now, and they could have actually touched, could have given him a boost, because here comes Phil Lake down to the safety pin, and unfortunately he's not close enough under braking, so they're going to stay in line. They might get mixed up a little bit because they've got Tobias Gerber coming up fast. You can see him in the brown GTP car approaching quickly as we got a pass attempt for the lead. Phil Lake sticking his nose in on the inside of Riley Thompson down into
probably
Cunningham.
about a second and a half, 2 seconds behind this group. I was running in.
Like to make the pass stick in Cunningham, Sean,
yeah,
you're
this is a
gonna
tight
have to
group.
Be fully beyond the car.
Yeah, you're
they
gonna
had
have
the draft,
to
you know, they'd pull
like
away.
You said, all the way alongside.
I mean, they were good,
by.
first off, but they get on the two long straights and they pull away.
Riley Thompson today, Joe, it's
Steve, what's up, man?
Avoid any mistakes.
Greetings.
Easy for me to say.
Salutations.
He's got 34 minutes of this race to fend off the likes of Phil Lake, Rob Olenek, and Jamie Hall, just all sitting right behind him. And McCullough moves out of the way there abruptly to let Gerber through.
I think that's the racing line these guys have tended to take. But
oh my God!
Olenek's off. Oh, and off bad, Joe.
Hits the wall, hits the other wall, almost hits some of the pack behind him.
What the hell happened there?
Messy very, very quickly. Gonna watch the replay.
I don't know. By the time I got to it, it was just smoke and sad.
They're both trying to get the draft, and then it looks like Olenek was trying to stay to the side to let Gerber through.
Yeah.
I think that was just a bit of a miscalculation there, Joe, by both drivers.
Yeah. Well, the driver that got into him clearly, you know, just wasn't aware that the Nissan was going to come by, so he expected him to follow that draft all the way across. Wow.
Man.
Press R twice to do a barrel roll. So as we go to the prototypes, Gerber's got himself a little bit of a gap, not a lot of one. The real battle is for second for Justin Albrecht, trying to fend off Ardo Iamaki. Iamaki's putting the pressure on, seeing if he could squeeze something out of this yellow car. Coming back onto the front stretch. They've left Michael Houghton behind. Despite his good qualifying, his race is not going to plan. And these guys haven't caught the GTO field yet. They've still got a little ways to go. And that'll really shake things up for the prototype.
See a new driver being kind of bold here in the Audi field. Take him, given Bronislav Romanek all he can handle right now, Joe.
And Romanek's been around for a while.
Yeah. Tay took the fight to him back in Collier and got right up on the inside of him. They were side by side.
Well, as the Canadian, and he makes a mistake. So he definitely won't be able to take him now.
Pushing too hard.
As the driver has to get back in line
and
see
there
if
was
he can
just
sort
no grip
himself.
in those things.
With Hayden Pastorius also ahead of these guys, we could see a three-way battle between them for that 13th position pretty soon. We jump back to the prototypes for that second place fight. They work their way through Bishop up towards Jean.
So did you have a pretty uneventful race?
Iamaki just staying right
in
the
I was by myself, dude.
Braking though, look at how much he closed.
That wasn't.
Now onto the Holman straight. Now, very different for our viewers who haven't watched this before. Very different for these Nissans. They don't seem to go off as much draft as the Audis are, even though we're seeing a little bit of a duck out from Iamaki.
Joe will go back to the Audi lead because it's Phil Lake trying to get in and around Riley Thompson. And is he going to clear him? No. Riley continues the fight. Oh, and he got him. He got him.
I don't know if this is over yet. Thompson's going to try and come back at him.
Oh!
Too late in, and he
What
turns
happened there,
around.
Riley?
Phil Lake off track. Now they've got everybody coming on top of them. Tanner McCullough can't do anything
Jesus
with him.
Christ.
Nicholas Mucanos then. He moves into the lead as Riley Thompson falls all the way back to 5th. Schlocker. Oh, no, and Schlocker gets into McCullough.
Man.
McCullough goes off course. Schlocker keeps going. This allows Andrea Albertinetti.
I came up right on. There's me coming in like, what are you guys doing?
He is now up in 2nd place. And Nick Mucanos is running away with things.
Albertinelli had good pace today.
We'll go on board with Riley Thompson. We'll go back through that sequence of events there, Joe.
Yeah,
there's him getting...
And then we'll watch from Schlocker's view. This is where he sees all the chaos happening. He thinks great opportunity to take advantage. Seems to forget that there's a car to the left side of him. Pushes him a little bit too far off track, and they come together.
Is that what Tanner was screaming about on Discord?
And, Ardo Iamaki just had a big accident. We're going to watch this pass. And then, as soon as he had that 2nd place, Iamaki just threw it away.
Wow, Joe.
Oh, he didn't throw it away. He got help to the wall.
Yeah, it's him and Albrecht to get together. And it wasn't just one shot, it was a second one when he
didn't leave enough room there, man.
And that shot him off the track and up over on his lid.
Ardo even told me that.
An automatic tow for Iamaki is going to make it a bit of a miserable day. We're watching it one more time. Ooh, that was set up by a mistake out of tower, and 2 into 1 just doesn't work. So that puts Albrecht back into 2nd. Gerber now 3.5 seconds ahead, and they have caught the field. This promotes Michael Houghton.
I'm wondering if I use too much wing.
There's our leader, Fabian Gerber,
Will
trying to squeeze his way through some of the Audis. Ryan Shanahan,
I don't know, I
not
just
leaving
felt
him
slow.
a lot at the apex.
And podium's a solid finish. Did you look at strength of field?
So he's good on his own without any traffic. Let's see if Fabian Gerber can handle a slew of slower class cars and still keep that gap up. Already had quite a bit of attrition out there today. As a number of cars are in the pits. We ride on board with Fabian Gerber. Chad Holmes up next ahead of him. He's going to be able to slip inside down into the braking for Jean Dembien. Then he's got to wait patiently behind the car of Bronislav Robanek. Hayden Pastorius up next, and this should be easy pickings down the
Fabian is
straight.
so good in traffic. Smart cat.
All right, Schlocker is trying to hold off Riley Thompson, Joe. They just came out of Sunset Bend going down to 1. Riley's going to go running outside like he's done earlier in the race. Schlocker's going to hold position, and look who's right behind him. Tanner McCullough has not given up. After getting shuffled out, he has managed to get his feet back under him and battle now for this 2nd place position. You know, remember when we talked about the points at the beginning, Joe, I talked about drivers that needed a great run. Nick Mucanos is leading this race right now by 0.3 of a second. He's got an angry mob behind him.
Yeah, well, and with this angry mob fighting like they are, they could continue to give him time as they work their way into the hairpin. Little side-by-side action between Ben Laughter and a car going off. That was Phil Lake. Oh, man, what an awful day for Phil. At one point looking at the lead, and now he is all the way down in 8th position.
What happened to
We
Phil?
had a Nissan off-track, Michael Thomas.
I think he locked it up. I didn't hit him. I gave him plenty of room. I think he just locked up the brakes and slid.
He had an Audi involved.
I think, honestly, I think it was turbo lag, Joe. I think that got him. Did he make contact with some? Oh,
yeah, Coy
okay. Coy Visto, I'm sorry I didn't back up far enough. Yeah, they do make contact, and then that starts off the chain of events there for him.
It looks like at least from my view, it's hard to tell from that onboard, but it looked to me like it was.
That's
a
what
bit
you
of
call
net
karma,
code, so
instant karma.
Thomas did leave room. It was just unfortunately the internet was not behaving for him today, so the Frenchman found himself in the barrier. Visto continues on as he gets hit again, and this time by Alvarez. I think tempers are going to start to flare. So Visto now down to 21st. I was about to update where he was before.
Yeah.
He slots in behind Don Peak.
Look at that, Riley.
Ooh, battle for second place with Suarez in
They're at
the
it
mix.
again.
I hope
Riley
they
Thompson
caught my
and
battle
Stefan
with
Schlacker.
Ove and Phil
Stefan
after my
having a
slow.
little bit better race
There
than
was some
we've
fun
seen
back and forth.
here on broadcast before.
It's
Last
probably the
good
next
one for
lap.
him really was at Lime Rock Park of all places.
Yeah, and Joe, he's had a monster run so far. He's picked up a ton of spots to get up here to second right now.
Still a gap from him up to our leader, Mucanos. Of course, Suarez is not getting blue flags to help him through as he actually gets a little bit in the back of Schlacker, but Schlacker survives it and almost contact again with Thompson as Suarez can't quite seem to find his way by these leaders in the GTOs.
No, he's definitely struggling, isn't he? And Riley Thompson's got to be careful here. I mean, he's got a podium.
Let's go to P4 in the
And
prototypes.
that Nissan needs to move.
Keefe and
That
Martin
silver
Krejcik
Nissan.
are fighting hard for that one. Jump us around. He couldn't quite pull it off. This is going to give an opportunity to Timu Toika. Fat Timu, not as high up as we're used to seeing him.
Big crash, I bet,
with
here.
Krejcik to the outside. Is this going to be an easy job? Timu gets it done.
Legions of fans on their feet right now, Joe.
And don't forget, Anti Lapisto.
The Legion of three people.
This group, as he's actually a lap down, so he's got to wait patiently. In fact, he looks like he's slow on top end, incredibly slow as they streak away from him. So let that fight be. They are coming up on Matthew Jete. Is this going to affect the battle? He's trying to stay to the outside. Toika gets through. Krejcik gets through. And John Keefe going to easily pass him. Or is he? No, he's going to lift. Oh, that looked like maybe a slowdown penalty?
Oh, that's that horrible
I'm
bump.
not really sure.
That is interesting, Joe.
Not sure if he was just trying to back it up, but he lifted way more than he needed to, that's for sure. Well, we've seen drivers fall back. Some of them are trying to come forward, including for 6th position, Phil Lake in a battle with Ove Trangarade.
Yeah.
Looks like Lake comes out ahead of that. Trangarade unfortunately loses another to Ben Laughter, who takes advantage.
Pablo.
Ove's going to try and fight back. I thought he was going to maybe try and make a dive to the inside there. Wow, he loses 2 just that quickly. It's Laughter. Laughter has picked up a lot of spots, Joe. He's been moving since the start of this race and avoided some of the trouble.
Ove is behind you, huh?
It's been tough sledding for him.
Yeah, he gets around.
Yeah, and I mean, this car might start to feel like a sled with how much they've been abusing the tires out there and how much hard racing we have. It's 104 degrees on track, Sean.
I
It's
missed
a
a
warm
shift
one
and
today.
he
We
got
were
around
talking
me on
about
the
that
front stretch, I think,
before
I remember.
before the race. How hot weather conditions here at this time of year certainly possible, and that can have a big effect on these cars.
Right on board with Ove Trangarade, still giving chase. One of our GTO drivers who has unfortunately retired is Rob Olenek, as we pull him in to have an unfortunately early interview. Rob, it looked like just a bit of
just ran over the DRS sign,
and nobody really had horrible fault there.
Yeah,
it's my commentary on Formula 1.
I think I started to go.
That was when I had my
over to the outside,
penalty.
Then looked in the mirror quickly. I think Jamie might have seen me start to go left. When I looked in the mirror, I stopped going left because the Nissan was right there. It is what it is. So,
Definitely. Well, I don't know if you've been watching into this battling up at the front of the GTO. I mean, what are your thoughts on this with these guys? And do you think Mucanos can take this home?
I think he can. He's been getting a lot better lately. This season,
He's been unlucky, but you know, in practice and stuff like that, he's basically same speed as most of the top guys. I'm really hoping he pulls it off.
Well, it certainly would be a feel-good win for him. Thanks for coming.
Hey,
and
keep
talking
playing.
to
I'll
us.
be right
Sorry
back.
to,
I'll be right back,
make
guys. One
it
sec.
Very quick in the interview. We got a lot of action out on track, and hope you have a better week next week.
Yeah. See you later, guys.
So we watched Stefan Schlacker. We were riding on board as he continued to try and challenge Mukanos. Behind him off screen, we didn't see that Thompson and McCullough actually made contact, just slight contact, but they got away with it.
They did, and right now it's the big problem is well, Fat Timu trying to get through here, splitting this battle up just a bit. Oh no! Oh, Thompson's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
Can he get it slowed down in time?
Oh, he does. Wow.
Let's watch that one from above. I wondered if he would beat those tires. I think that last little bit of pavement right at the end helped him stop the car in time. Did they actually touch, or did he just react?
No, there was slight contact. What a great job by Riley. I say a great job. He may not have been in control of that at all. Just had foot hard on the brake there.
I think that's one of those moments where you have to desperately tell yourself, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic.
I can think of two words that you say together, and it starts with O.
Yeah, I'm sure. He gets it going once again, but you can see he's down in 6th after that one. Oh, boy, we've had more ups and downs at the top of the GTO field than a roller coaster. Mukanos is still leading, but is now, that might change because Stefan Schlacker has run him down.
He has, Joe. Stefan is obviously ready for this one. I don't know where he finds the time, but he is bringing the fight to Nick Mukanos here.
Oh, man, as we watch his battle for 3rd with Martin Creatrick going through, and it is elbows out today. Andrea Albernanetti not able to hold Lake back, and now that's Riley Thompson back in the mix.
Yeah, and here Riley Thompson just sits a few spots away from getting back to a podium. So plenty left to fight for here for Riley. It's not over yet.
So as we ride on board with Riley, I can report that Fabian Jungbluth got in between Mukanos and Schlacker and put some distance between them. Not much to the happiness of Schlacker, as he was right up on the gearbox when it happened. In fact, this has brought Tanner McCullough into that battle for the lead as we jump up to it and take a glance. He is within striking distance, and they've got more coming through. We saw Creatrick try to go through the battle for 3rd. Well, now he's got to go through the battle for the lead. And as far as where... is he going to be able to get through? No, he's going to have to wait behind McCullough. As far as where Stefan has found this speed and time, I blame the C-clamp that he just ordered.
Yeah.
That's the secret ingredient.
That is a secret ingredient. That's what's been holding him back, Joe, is the C-clamp. The lack of it, yeah.
All right, so he's not able to gain down the backstretch. In fact, Martin Creatrick, oh no, and he loses the car. Gets it stop in time, but loses a lot of time.
Yeah. I think he clips the wall, Joe. I think he had that line a little bit too tight. Because he's got, yeah, he did, and he's got right front damage because of it.
Which means that suspension is probably not feeling very good.
Nope, not at all.
Bit too tight, and you could see the disastrous results. Speaking of roller coasters, that puts Phil Lake back into 3rd.
Yep, now 4.5 seconds behind McCullough. Tanner McCullough is in 2nd. Andrea Albertinelli, Joe, you mentioned earlier, we didn't recall seeing him at this high. He's having a really great run today.
Certainly is. And apologies to the prototype field. We haven't really looked at them as much as the GTOs, but it hasn't been as close. Gerber is still your leader. Albrecht has dropped back now about 3 seconds. And then it's another 7.5 going back to Michael Houghton, who I still want to give credit to, even though he did lose a lot of time to our leaders and had a bad start. A podium is still well worth it. They've got a big gap back to fourth with Teemu Toika. And then after that, it starts to get a little bit closer. But other than that, we have no battles in the GTP field. So let's take a glance. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we do have a battle in the GTOs. We haven't talked about McClarridge much. He's been holding off Giorgio Buscemi for quite a while.
Roger.
These two
They
have
were
been
just
fighting,
talking about
and it's
how
kind of gone to
the
different
GTPs
levels.
were
Franco
completely-
Scurry's just behind them. He made a mistake on the last lap that got him a little bit behind. But these three,
Completely
a
what?
lot at stake for them. They're
Completely
fighting
spread
hard.
out.
It's just it's been a mix of
Like,
traffic,
no
and a
battles
couple mistakes here and there that's kept them close together and still fighting.
Gus?
Well, let's see if James King throws a wrench into things. He's going to try and sneak by Franco Scurry. You can see how much later they can break down into Sunset Bend. So there's one. Can he gun it off the corner well enough? He's going to try to sneak to the inside and causes a huge avoidance maneuver for Giorgio Buscemi, who loses a chunk of time to McClarridge because of it. And in fact, Tobias Gerber going to be the next one through on the inside of
Thanks,
Buscemi.
Steve.
So Franco Scurry gets to the
Starving,
back
man.
of that GTO and makes it a battle for 10th place. Not much of one because Buscemi gives it away with a mistake in the 3.
I think Appetit has a knee at the end. I'm not
like
sure,
I
though.
said a moment ago, Joe, it's what's kind of kept them all close. It seems to be either traffic or a mistake every now and then, and
else
then
that's
they wind
Bon
up bunching
Appetit,
back up together.
which
But
I don't mind
Matthew
either.
Jette has now kind of come to this battle and could be looking to make a move here on Buscemi.
And
It
let's head
was
up
so
the
hard to
lead
get
because
turned into the hairpin
speaking of
today.
bunches, well, right now,
The
Tanner
heat,
McCullough
man.
has
I was
bunched
back.
up to the back.
I was on the
of
brakes
Nicholas
before the
Mukanos.
bridge, heading into the
And
hairpin.
Rob seems to think that Mukanos can take this one and bring it home, but I think Tanner has other ideas here.
I was battling the heat more than anything else.
Probably mad because he was only second in the highlight reel for this week.
Gotcha. Last T is silent.
Gonna follow down in the tire tracks along the Holman Straight. And as the draft pulls him in slightly, doesn't pull him in enough for an attack. He gains ground mid-corner, showing a little bit more mechanical grip than the car ahead, and that was a
The lead camera
fantastic
shot.
run. He found himself a lot of time on him through Sunset Bend.
Boy, saw how tight they were to the wall there, Joe, as they came through there.
Yeah, got to use every inch of the track,
Every inch.
including the curbs, as both of them getting right on top of them on the tall parts here through 3, 4, and 5. But a bad exit coming out from Nick Mukanos allows Tanner McCullough to get a run around Big Bend. He has to
So
go
is
the
this gonna be a
long way
crash?
around. Defensive for Nick Mukanos down into the safety pin. They're side by side. They're dead even on the brakes, but the inside allows Nick Mukanos to just give him a little bit of an elbow off the course. The lead still holding on.
Yeah, Tanner is waiting for another chance to fight there. He played that one smart. He's played this whole race smart, Joe. He stayed out of the trouble, kept that car clean, and he's had a good, clean fight here with Nick Mukanos. But, boy, I got a feeling here McCullough may try to take advantage of him here when we get to the Ullman Straight.
It's only 11
Poor
minutes
Mukanos, he
left
must
to
be
go,
sweating
so
balls.
he still has a little bit of time, but he can't wait too long. Behind them, Phil Lake kind of stalking both of them. If they start to fight more, he could gain a lot of time. McCullough a little bit hot into Jean Dembien. Can he make it up coming onto the Holman Straight?
Nice exit.
I think this is his best opportunity right here. He's going to be well within the slipstream.
No.
A little bit of a defensive move from Nick Mukanos. Fending him off for now. Could we see an over-under? Tries to park it on the apex. That's going to deny an opportunity from McCullough. Still tries to get the run, but can't do anything with it.
That's good stuff.
It's the inside down into turn 1, pokes his nose in. We've seen multiple times though, unless you're pretty far up, it seems like nobody can really make that pass on the inside of one stick.
Yeah, that's good tight stuff.
Remember those days?
Yep.
Behind them, that's James King having to wait patiently.
Oh, and boy, he flipped it up on the curb there. Tanner gets it dead center of the top of that curb, Joe, and that got the car up on 2 wheels. Lucky, a very fortunate moment for him and for James King.
Well, and fortunate moment that James King decided to pass in that hairpin. They have a hard time getting off the corner of these Nissans from what I've seen. And Nick Mukanos is held up. And now, despite that big mistake, McCullough is all over the back of Mukanos once more. Now they've got to deal with Tobias Gerber.
Reminds me a lot of Ove.
Does it seem like everybody?
Tanner does that with every car he drives. he downloads the template.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Loads up the blue and then saves it to his trading paints, and that's all.
The nature of
Unless
multi-class racing. Once again, I've
blue
seen
with no
this
decals in the
corners.
default
like
thing, but he does that blue car.
Use it up, Joe.
He figures it's got 4-wheel drive. It should be able to take some off-road.
Great. Oh boy, that's really holding him up. Tobias Gerber, that is.
He's got 26 seconds to the next car, so I don't think he's too annoyed by this. He just doesn't want to get in the way of this battle for the lead. Oh, and they're 3 wide down up into the kink into Sunset Bend, and McCullough was not brave enough to try and stay with it. This battling is indeed bringing Phil Lake in.
Riley, did you win
this?
this?
With this, but I just want to update our viewers who are wondering about the prototypes. Gerber's still leading, and he's still pulling away from Albrecht. Down the front stretch once again, Mukanos gives him the inside. He's a little bit farther ahead.
Where the hell is he?
Down to the apex. This time he does. Maybe an over/under attempt from Nick Mukanos. Yes, it is. Look at that.
Send it, Nick. Send it. And he does.
Good stuff.
Boy.
Breaks and they trade paint through
that's
turn 3, but Mukanos grabs it back.
Good stuff.
Oh
good.
Boy, and that damages McCullough's car. He picks up some left front damage on that, Joe.
I don't know how Riley got up to win this thing.
Hurt him too much. This not only looks like vintage racing back from '89. This feels like vintage racing as he gets a shove.
Good.
The Mukanos.
That's not
sure
fine. That's not racing
it
there.
He almost runs
man.
him off track.
They
come together. They both turn around.
That's how Riley got the lead.
He has nowhere to go.
Not good.
Who's in 4th place?
Man.
Riley Thompson back into the lead.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That was Tanner, man. He started it by pushing him off.
A little bit speechless on that one. I'm not quite sure how to call that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You had plenty to say there a moment ago, Joe.
I
when he hit him there, Tanner should have backed off
together.
and let him have the spot back like a...
I never liked.
Where to go?
That's all Tanner's fault.
Oh, man,
Lake.
poor
If he had
Phil.
just picked the other side, he would have had the lead right now. He cannot catch a break today. Let's watch from Thompson, who probably this is the last thing he expected.
Yeah, Riley just back there trying to get to the podium. Now finds himself at the top of it. Man, oof. Again, the luck, though, of Phil Lake. Just, Cole, I want you to drive right through the middle. That's all I can think of right there.
The old AJ Foyt quote, go where the car is because they won't be there in a second. It was, this is Albert Anelli and Antti Lepisto trying to work his way through. That's Phil Lake with Albert Anelli behind him.
Yeah, I didn't see Antti Lepisto anywhere.
Looks like
it took him a whole lap to get around.
Get a little bit of an opportunity.
It was really in my way.
He's gonna have to wait between them potentially. He's given space at the apex, and now he gets through.
So that's what people are screaming about on Discord.
How many people have led the GTO class at this point?
Tanner and Mukanos.
It's
Tanner's screaming about how it's his fault or Mukanos' fault.
Mukanos did for a while.
Did Schlocker ever get it, or the second was as high as he got? I think he got the second, and that was it, right? Yeah, there's been a few Lead changes to say the
Tanner
least.
says
There
I
may
got
be
ahead of him
another
in
one
the
or two
in the
before
airpin,
this is over.
in the
I
same
don't know,
position,
we'll
and he
see.
just turns me.
Riley hanging on to it pretty good. Phil 2 seconds back.
Yeah, he's got a nice little gap. All he has to do here, I think, is manage the traffic and watch his line.
He says when I got ahead of him exiting the hairpin, I wasn't
hot
going to leave him
potato
space
down in
because
the
he'd been doing the same, and
GTOs,
he
it's
just
been
turns
king of the
me.
hill. And the GTP's Gerber up to 5 seconds ahead of Albrecht and basically just cruising for now.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being ahead and having a fender
that
ahead.
we have is between
You know?
Jungbluth and
If your whole
Keith,
car's
and I
not
think
ahead,
Keith
then you're not
just
ahead yet. It's
recently
not your
took
line.
that, but that could get a little bit messy because as they go through big bends, Chad Holmes and Bronislav Robanek had to make way. Keith outbreaks himself, but isn't going to lose the spot back to Jungbluth.
100% on you. Riley says that Tanner just sent
we thought we had set
Riley
the
a message
benchmark
that the wreck was
earlier this
all on
season
him.
with Lime Rock Park, and then every
On
race
Riley.
after it seems to have its own bit of crazy. Joe, what's going on?
Somebody needs to get off the
honestly,
meds
if anybody's
or
watching,
take some more.
I still
One of
insist
those.
this is the most entertaining series of any on iRacing. It is just wild as we switch now to the GTPs with Trangrade now dealing with Mukanos trying to come back onto the podium.
Yeah, and listen, Mukanos is not done. I've been watching him, Joe, and he really wants to try and get back to the podium. I don't know if he can, but he's got 4.5 minutes to really take a stab at it here.
And Justin Albrecht, who is hustling right now because he is trying to get to the lead, is making some decisive moves through this traffic.
Oh, okay,
Very
gotcha.
confident, but he makes them all stick. Nobody really seemed to be at risk there, just placed it perfectly as now he gets through
where Tanner
Albert.
normally races. What series? He sounds like a Lotus guy, maybe.
Down towards the hairpin. That gap between himself and Gerber, because of those quick thinking moves, has chopped it from 5 seconds down to 3 seconds. I think Albrecht is trying to make a race out of the end here.
Joe, I agree with you. I do. I think he's making a legitimate run. He's got to get through some fast cars here that are competing for positions.
So apparently this
He's gonna
Tanner
clear
guy is
the lake.
mostly an oval guy.
No, he does a lot of road,
Just
and he's a very
making
good road.
Some great decisions, and it's helping him through. I can report we just missed a pass between Laughter and Schlocker for 6 down in the GTOs. Laughter gets that one. So it was a pass attempt, I
There
should
we
say.
go.
Schlocker was behind Laughter and couldn't quite pull it off. Here we see them on screen now in the final 3 minutes.
What were you thinking? Oh, I got 6th.
And as we watch
I was
this,
pretty
I'm
happy
keeping
with it.
half an eye on the gap between Thompson and Lake because that's gone
Were
down
you
to
fighting
about
at
a
the end, or
second.
was did you
Less
just
than
pull
a
away?
second now. It's 8/10, Joe.
He stayed within
Still
2 seconds.
chipping away. Phil, in and around the lake.
So I was just trying to
He's
finish.
probably going to want this one. He was up there before. He could have had this lead. He unfortunately had to check up to stay out of the mess that was in front of him. And as they come down to, I want to say 2 laps to go.
Where are we at next week, guys?
2 or 3.
Yes. Two laps to go, Joe. 2.
Is it Brazil? I can't
He's
remember.
running out of chances to try and make a pass. We've always said it before in racing, Sean. It's that old adage. So we go P3 here and look at this battle between Trangarade, Albertinelli, and Mucano.
And Mukanos gets balked there by Albertinelli. Look at that.
Straight's
Snetterton,
exactly what I
We're
was
at
just about to
Snetterton
talk
next week,
about.
Ben.
It's one thing to catch a driver. It's
Without
another to
the,
pass him.
the
Mucano's
200.
finding this out the hard way. Tries to
cool.
duck to the inside late on
Ooh.
Albertinelli.
Oh.
Almost gets into the back of him, but can't make it stick. And poor Johnny Bell.
That's what I was just
along
about
with
to say.
Toyka, yeah.
Oh, and now Mukanos gets around Albertinelli, comes around the outside to do it, Joe.
He's got to complete it. Oh, way too much curved on the inside by Albertinelli. That's going to finally give it over to Mukanos up to 4th. And Tanner McCullough misses the hairpin completely, takes the old route, and returns to the track, throwing some cones along the way.
Poor cones. They're just minding their own business.
You know, I think because he looks like he was slow and damaged. I think he was just intentionally getting out of the way there.
It'll be the white flag this time by Joe.
Indeed. Gerber just crossed the line with
Kind of
about
a
a
boring race
minute
for me,
left. These cars doing it in roughly a minute 47.
Yeah, not me.
So this is
Watch
it for
my
Gerber.
stream or
He's
something.
held that 3-second gap. He gave away a little bit, but now he's turned up the wick. And Justin Albrecht in that number 18 hasn't really had an answer yet.
I don't know why.
Here comes Phil Lake.
Why some
Ooh,
tracks I'm
last
just
lap battle for the lead
the
in
slowest
the
out of the top
GTO
5, and then
class.
some tracks I'm
I do not
battling for the
think that
lead.
Thompson is
I
going
don't
to give
know
this
why.
up
And
willingly.
Fat Timu coming through.
Maybe some tracks are just better suited for me.
Spicy.
I didn't feel it at all
Work
here.
their way through 3 and 4. Now to the important one of 5 is a little bit of ducking his nose in. I think
did
that was
feel
a
it at,
desperate attempt from Phil Lake.
Suzuka.
That was
I felt
not
it
going
at,
to come off. And that actually cost him because now he's going to be too
Road
far away
Atlanta,
from the
definitely. Charlotte road course. If I didn't have the damage,
but
I
this is
definitely
bad news for
felt
Thompson. We've
really
seen
fast
this
there.
multiple times. Off the hairpin, these Nissans are so slow. Doesn't balk him too much. Ooh, so he dodged
It's
the
just the
bullet
bumpy
there.
tracks that I don't like driving the Nissan
On
on.
board with Phil Lake coming down to Cunningham now. The chances are slipping away corner by corner. I'm watching the leaders, so don't worry. We'll go to them when Fabian Gerber gets close to the line.
Snetterton should be
I
fun.
honestly, I think Phil's got to get it done on the Ullman Straight. He's got to be ahead of him getting into Sunset. Is really the only chance I think he has left at this point.
Speaking of
I gotta love
Sunset,
Brands
Fabian
Hatch.
Gerber hits
I love
that
that
right
track.
now as he breaks for this infamous hairpin. Fabian Gerber took the lead at the green, and he didn't look back. He wins here in round 8 of the iRacing Kamel GT series. We go
All right,
back
Joe.
to the GTOs. This is the important corner, Sean.
Look at that.
Yep, and Riley Thompson gonna try and break the draft. He's gone into the weave already. Here we go.
He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining as they come to the breaking point. He could try an over-under. Riley Thompson trying to hug the inside to deny him. Gets
that
the
slide.
launch off the corner. The start-finish line is right there, and Thompson is going to
Nice.
take the win today.
Nice battle there, guys. That was good.
Third place is a fight, too.
Hey, Phil.
But Ove Trangrade's going to win that one. Mukanos could have had the win, but it just
Oh,
is
shit.
not to be, and he slams it into the barrier in
Shit.
frustration.
Andrea Albertinelli.
Imagine if
gets
real drivers
a
did
top
that.
5, Joe.
Right.
And he's got the number 27 on his car. Andrea's going to get some
Yeah.
high rating today.
And a clean car, might I say. Maybe he picked up a couple of incident points, but I think he's going to walk away with a big Italian smile on his face.
We saw Mick Claridge get himself in 8th. Newcomer take him. How about this?
Nice.
A 13th
Nice job by
out of a
Andrea
very
there.
large field here in the GTOs. 24 cars. This is a good feat for a newcomer.
Yeah, we saw him being aggressive earlier in the race, too. So come on back, take him. We'd like to see you back here out on the track next week.
Only battle we have left is between Hayden Pastorius and Brian Shanahan. Shanahan a little bit farther down than we're used to seeing
still
him
happening?
today, but it was certainly a rough race for a lot of people. As he comes
I always think of
around
Villarola,
Sunset Bend. I don't think
with that
Pastorius
paint.
is anywhere close enough
Yeah.
to try to
he
pull
runs
this away from him. So 17th going to go to Shanahan, 18th to Pastorius, and that's going to wrap things up, at least for the race. We got our post-race show to do still. We'll have a quick break where we'll show you all the upcoming races here on GSRC, and after that, we'll have the official results as well as driver interviews. Stick around.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes our Saturday broadcast. Fun race. Congrats to Riley and Phil for finishing in the podium there. I'll see you guys next week for Snetterton. That'll be a fun one, huh? Anyways, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. Road Warrior signing out.